Hello and welcome to episode 0 Dead Island, where I explain everything you need to know in order to watch my playthrough, or anyone else's. But don't watch someone else's. There'll definitely be many gameplay spoilers in here, where I'll cover elements that don't unlock until you've played the game a bit. If you want to see everything as we discover it, you can click to move straight on to episode 1 instead. Otherwise, here we go. We'll start off by getting the most basic things out of the way, and then move on to the other stuff. Dead Island is an action RPG done from the first-person perspective, so you'll be seeing this view a lot, where you're looking out of the character's eyes. On a modern game like this, you'll see feet if you take a look down. Speaking of what you'll be seeing a lot of, the interface is laid out as follows. Up in the top left-hand corner, you have the Fury meter, and next to that the health meter. And finally below that, your current experience for your level. In the top right-hand corner, you will have your currently selected weapon and its durability, and in the bottom right hand corner is the map. Bottom left, you can see you've got a log telling you about the things you've recently picked up. As you look around the game world, you're very likely to find items that you can pick up, and they'll either have a hand grab icon or dollar bills if they're money. The RPG part really lays out the mechanics of the game for you to see. Where other games try and hide it, to promote realism, we'll be seeing damage numbers and statistics throughout Dead Island. During the game, you'll gain experience and level up. This grants you access to talent points that will allow you to make your character just a little bit different from someone else playing the same one. When you're looking at the talent points page for a character, generally it follows the same rule no matter which one you play. Things that affect Fury on the left, we'll go over Fury a little bit later on. The middle talent tree is usually all about your character's favourite weapon, such as more stabbing power, if you're the knife user. And the one on the right is about survivability, usually things to do with stamina so that you don't run out of energy during a fight. This game focuses heavily on using melee weapons, either as they were intended, or throwing them, with some very sparse gun sections in between to break up the melee a little bit. All of these weapons, guns included, have durability that breaks them if you go for too long without repairing them, or exchanging them for a brand new weapon. And as we're playing through the game, you'll notice that there's tons of junk that you get the option to pick up. Well, with the seemingly random junk, you can actually craft some wacky weapons like knives with batteries hooked up to them for electrocuting knives. Dead Island is a story-driven game, which is given to you as a series of main quests that advance you to the next areas, with a whole bunch of side quests from side characters that you didn't have to complete, but make you explore the areas more and take you to other interesting places and events you might otherwise miss. This helps to fill out some game time in exchange for additional items and experience. When you choose to start the game, you have to pick between one of 4 characters, and the differences between them are one's the throwing expert, the gun expert, the edged weapon expert, and the blunt weapons expert. In my playthrough, I chose to play as the edged weapon expert, as she has quite a substantially bigger stamina bar, which governs how much you can do anything that takes physical effort, such as running, jumping, and attacking. She also has the lowest health bar, and if you lose enough of it, you die and go back to a checkpoint, which is something you continuously unlock during play. All the weapons in the game have a range that's realistic to their real-world counterparts, and as the edge weapon expert, you have to get nice and close, because all the daggers are very, very short. The game also supplies you with a GPS-style minimap that shows a series of dots towards your set objective, and actively updates what would be the shortest path if you decide to go off exploring. The game controls are very simple, but a long list with a few extra abilities unlocked during gameplay. You've got your WSAD movement, with head bobbing effects that give it a very natural feel. But if you press the spacebar, which is jump, in combination with any of these keys, you can dodge in a direction too. Left-clicking while looking in a direction performs a melee attack in that direction, and the same can be done while jumping. Kicking, both while jumping and standing, attempts to knock down your enemy, and with the gun out, left-clicking shoots while right-clicking has you looking down the sights. The unlocked moves are a head stomp jump when enemies are on the floor, left and right click together, which performs a two-handed attack which knocks down, and finally the Z key puts you in a frenzy mode. The screen gets all grainy black and white, with enemies being a very large luminous red and a lot of slow motion effects. What happens here is actually specific to your chosen character. For the edge weapon expert, she has a really increased body dismemberment chance, and a large damage increase. But for the guns expert, for example, she gets a sidearm pistol with infinite ammo despite if you actually picked up a pistol or not. And that's it, everything I think you need to know in order to enjoy a playthrough of Dead Island. If you want to know what I think about all these mechanics in the game itself, you'll have to click on this link for the review once I've finished my playthrough. And if you don't think you'll like Dead Island, but you did like the layout and my explanation, the best way to let me know is to click on the like button, and then email the URL of this video to a couple of friends, so they can see what they think of it too. If you want to see the next episode 0, click the link to the left. If you want to watch part 1 of the Dead Island playthrough, click the link on the right. There's also a link at the top back to the channel page if you want to look for some other videos that I've done, and finally a link at the bottom to subscribe. If you're watching on a playlist, just ride out until the end to get to the next video. Thanks for watching.